Have Corinthians found themselves the next magnificent number 9 Brazilian Wonderkid? Just who is the player that is already drawing comparisons to Liverpool legend Roberto Firmino? His name is Nicollas Vitor Pascoal Melo, but you can call him Nícollas. At just 16 years old, Nícollas has quickly become a standout player in the Corinthians academy. He joined the academy in his early teens and has had a rapid rise through the ranks. His reward for becoming a key player at sub-17 level was a professional contract until 2027, with a view of continuing his rapid progress. Nícollas' current ability showcases a teenager already turning heads at youth level. He has a lethal combination of pace, dribbling and scoring goals that make him a defender's nightmare. His performances and goal tally in the Paulista Sub-17 caught the attention of scouts and fans alike. His current level of play suggests he has a high potential ability ceiling, but in order to fulfil that potential, he will have to make the breakthrough into Corinthians' first team as soon as possible. Let me know your thoughts and opinions on Nícollas down in the comments section. Do you think that he will have the potential ability to go on and become a player just like Roberto Firmino? Today's video is brought to you in association with Passion4FM. Passion4FM is the #1 football manager blog dedicated to enhancing your football manager experience. On the website, you will find guides, tactics, shortlists, graphical and database updates, alongside in-depth articles about the world's best football manager simulation game. For this video, I've downloaded the Passion4FM Nextgen Wonderkid database. This database is the #1 resource for adding new real-world Wonderkids to your brand new save games. Download it from the description and enhance your save games now. In today's video, I'm going to let Football Manager predict the future. Starting in 2024, I'm going to run a simulation that will look at Nícollas' career across the next 15 years. Let me know in the comment section down below how you think this one is going to play out. Does Nícollas really have the potential ability to go on and become the next Roberto Firmino, or will he just become another Brazilian Wonderkid that never truly reaches his full potential? Whilst you're in the comments section, don't forget to smash the subscribe button and check out the rest of the Wonderkid series. In the Next Gen database and the beginning of this simulation, Nícollas begins the game with a great core of attributes for a 16-year-old striker. Now, bear in mind that these attributes are estimated and they are not set in stone. So if you load up a brand new save game and some of these attributes are not the same as what you see on screen, don't worry, they fluctuate slightly from save to save. And if you load up a brand new save game and he doesn't look like a potential Wonderkid straight away, give him time. He has the potential to develop into one. Now, with that in mind, he does have some standout attributes from the start of this simulation. If we break down the 3 core groups of attributes, we can see that in the technicals, his game is about his dribbling, his finishing and his technique. In the mentals, it's his anticipation, composure, flair and off the ball that stand out. And in the physicals, it's acceleration, agility and pace. So with a great core of attributes to begin the simulation, we're going to push on 15 years into the future. The biggest question is, will he get first team football quickly enough to go on and try and develop into an elite Wonderkid? At the 5-year stage, Nícollas is now 21 years old. He's still at Corinthians and has moved his way from the youth teams into the reserve team. The other positive for him at this stage is he has gone on to make his first team debut. He would now make 7 appearances in Corinthians' first team. Looking at the progression, 7 games in 5 years doesn't seem a lot, but the progression is really starting to show. If we go across the 3 categories of attributes, starting in the technicals, his standouts are now dribbling, finishing, heading and technique, with a few of them taking quite a big step forward. In terms of the mentals, it's anticipation, composure, decisions, determination, flair and off the ball that are all getting boosted. And in the physicals, acceleration, agility, balance and pace. Now, it is disappointing to see that across the first 5 years of his career, he would only make 7 appearances. But the important thing for him is that period between the ages of 21 and 26. He now really needs to break into the first team and start to play regular first team football if he's going to make bigger steps forward. Can he do it? How much more development is to come from Nícollas? After 10 years of his career, Nícollas is now 26 years old and he has decided to move away from Corinthians, but he didn't go to a European club, which is maybe what we would have expected. Actually decided to join another Brazilian club as EC Bahia came in and paid £1 million for his services in what may turn out to be an absolute steal for them. Looking at the player at the age of 26, the progression isn't exactly as I thought it would be. Looking in the bottom right corner though may explain that. In 10 years, he has only played 64 times for Corinthians, scoring 4 goals, and he would move to Bahia and play 8 times, scoring once. That means that at this point of his career, 72 games in 10 years is a disappointing amount of game time. But looking at the development of the player, hasn't really held him back. If anything, he is plateaued at the moment, so there may still be more to come. Looking across the 3 categories, dribbling, finishing, heading and technique are still pretty much the same, which is predictable. In the mentals, he's had a big step forward in his composure, scores highly for his anticipation, decisions, determination, flair and off the ball. And in the physicals, acceleration, agility, balance, pace, stamina and strength. So although there wasn't that big explosion of development between the ages of 21 and 26, if he does have more progression to come, could he become one of those late bloomer type players who actually gets a big push between the ages of 26 and 31? At the 15-year stage, Nícollas is now 31 years old, and once again we find him on the move. He would play some really impressive football for EC Bahia, and bearing in mind they paid £1 million for him, he would go on to play 122 times for them, scoring 45 goals, and that would prompt Sao Paulo to come in with a £23 million bid, and they would take him to Sao Paulo. Once at Sao Paulo, 62 appearances, 24 goals, which means that across his career he would play 248 times, scoring 73 goals. Now, as you may remember, he hadn't played a lot of first-team football before going to Bahia, so all of that development has really come on in the last 5 years. Looking at the 3 attribute categories, it is there for everybody to see. So now, dribbling, finishing, first touch, heading, passing and technique, with 16 for finishing and 16 for technique being the standouts. In the mentals, he's had progression in anticipation, composure, off the ball, decisions, determination. And then in the physicals, he has now really come into his own later in his career. Acceleration, agility and pace all being standouts, scoring highly for balance, natural fitness, stamina and strength. So it really shows that some of these players will need first team exposure to get that development out of them. If you look back across the 3 stages that we have looked at, 5 years, he hardly played football. 10 years, he hardly played football. At this point now, after 15 years, playing 248 games and scoring 73 goals, the development has really accelerated in the past 5 years. Between 26 and 31, he has taken steps forward to unlock that potential that was there. Now, that could be a problem with the AI. Really, the AI, for some reason, doesn't like pushing young players into the first team, doesn't seem to give them the opportunity. That is where you can step in. If you can go and sign Nícollas at the start of a brand new save game and just integrate him into your first team a bit quicker than 7 games in 5 years, surely this development is going to unlock a lot quicker. Now, he did surprise me because obviously the game says there are late bloomers, and you can find them if you go and look for them in the searches. You can look and see their descriptions and they will come across as late bloomers. But you very rarely see the big steps that he has taken, certainly in the latter 2 categories of the mental and the physicals. But it does happen, and that is the thing that you can see right here. He really has gone on and stepped forward. Now, the comparison for him was Roberto Firmino. I'm not 100% sure that he's there in this save game, but if there is more to come and there was more potential to get out of him at the beginning, he certainly could fall into that category. I know Roberto Firmino played a little deeper, but he certainly has the link-up play in real life, and he certainly has the goal-scoring ability once he's given the first-team opportunities. So, once again, I'm going to say sign the players, put them in the team, and really give them the chance. Right then, that has been 15 years across Nícollas's career, and that is a prediction of what Football Manager thinks is going to happen to him. Let me know in the comments section your thoughts and opinions on Nícollas. Do you think he has become a late bloomer? Do you think that you could get more out of him if you were to put him into your first team quicker? Do you think he's a player that you would target if you are starting a brand new save game? Once again, whilst you are in the comment section, don't forget to smash the subscribe button check out the rest of the Wonderkid series. And if you want the database to unlock hundreds of brand new Wonderkids such as Nícollas, you're going to need the Nextgen database from Passion4FM. There'll be a link to that in the description down below. For this one though, I'm going to wrap it up there. A big thank you for your time and attention. I hope to see you on another video very soon.